morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we really need to talk about this new promo pack. And we knew there was a new promo pack coming. I was fully prepared for the new promo pack this morning. You see, we always get a new promo pack that comes around with a main set. And Glory of Team Rocket is a main set. So on the morning that they reveal the full set list for Glory of Team Rocket, they're going to go and give us a new promo pack. That's what always happens. The thing is, they've given us a really good promo pack. And I mean a really good promo pack. I mean, probably the best promo pack yet. Certainly, absolutely up there. And it's got a Pokemon in here which is legitimately, genuinely playable. So we're going to talk about Kangaskhan EX. I promise we're going to talk about Kangaskhan. But we need to start off talking about Psyduck. Although actually, for what it's worth, Golduck's got like the same ability, so we might as well talk about them as a pair. Although, of course, general rule here is, if I can use a basic Pokemon and have my ability rather than a stage 2, probably going to go ahead and do that instead. But the point I'm making is, these are genuinely, legitimately, competitively viable. You know what's even worse? We have to wait. We always have to wait for these promo cards. Pokemon don't give them to us at the same time as they give us the regular cards. Like, for instance, Hop's Pincurchin. Yeah. Hop's Pincurchin was a Battle Partners gym promo, and we didn't get it in Journey Together, and actually I told you we were probably going to be getting it in Destined Rivals, but then I showed you we're actually getting Nidoking, which is a Team Rocket Pokemon, which gives us a weird 5-3 split for EXs, which is weird, but it means that Hop's Pincurchin is now not likely to actually be coming in Destined Rivals. They make us wait for these cards. We do not get them as fast as we get cards from the set, which right now is a problem. I should probably tell you what this card does, shouldn't I? What we've got is an ability, and the wording here is super awkward, but basically, what it says is, Pokemon that have abilities that knock themselves out do not have that ability. And shout out to lovely Antoine Boulet here, because this is the first... I translate all the Japanese Pokemon cards myself now. I've told you for a while, the translations you see in my videos come from me. I taught myself to translate Pokemon cards because I didn't want to be relying on other people. I needed Antoine's help with this one. But basically, Dusknoir, Magneton, Gutted. Those are abilities that in order to work, the Pokemon has to KO itself. Those abilities don't work with Psyduck in play. Now, Golduck's got the same ability, but again, Golduck's a stage 1. Which makes it significantly worse, because now you've got to actually evolve up, and your opponent's got a window and all of that. Psyduck is not a stage 1. Psyduck's a basic. So all you need to do is put a basic Psyduck down, and if your opponent's playing a deck which relies on Dusknoir, and obviously Dusclops has the same ability but slightly weaker, those abilities don't work. They cannot use Curse Blast. Curse Blast sees a lot of play. We see some Dragapult decks playing it. Charizard generally plays it. Other decks play it. Terrapago sometimes we see coming along here. And the thing is, it's kind of pointless almost to sit here and give you a list of decks that play it right now, because it's such a versatile ability, you can use it with basically anything. The fact that you get to put extra damage down and get the prize race in your favor, yes. The fact that you get to take out big threats that would otherwise be out of range, yes. The fact that you can go behind on prizes. Remember, Charizard gets more powerful the more prize cards you've given up. This helps with that massively. Remember things like Counter Catcher, item-based gusting that only works if you're behind on prizes. Dusknoir is busted. One of the best cards in the game. This is a basic Pokemon that just turns it off. This is huge. This is a ridiculous ability. And honestly, the worst thing here, and I've said it once, but I'm going to stress it again, they make us wait for the gym promos. We do not get them generally, and there's always exceptions, obviously. But generally speaking, we don't get these with the same cadence as we get set cards. So this is essentially a Glory of Team Rocket card. It's released in the promo pack with that set. Now, all the Glory of Team Rocket cards should be in Destined Rivals. This card is probably not going to be in Destined Rivals. In fact, the safe bet, the overwhelming likelihood based on what we've seen in the past, is that this card is not going to be in Destined Rivals. That's a big deal, because a lot of the time, and we do sometimes see playable cards in these promo packs. It does happen. It's actually kind of annoying for me on a personal level because I collect Japanese promos, and then it becomes really annoying because these promos jump up in price, but then I have to buy them because I need them for my collection. This is a ridiculously good ability, which is genuinely competitively viable, and we're going to have to wait for it. This does not make me terribly happy. Now, Dusknoir is by far the biggest use for this, but there are others. I mentioned Magneton briefly a moment ago. Obviously, Magneton here, you KO it to accelerate a bunch of energy. Now, by all seeming, your Lightning decks, by which I'm really talking about Miraidon, significant step back post-rotation. That's what we're really seeing. But if they're going to be good, Magneton is going to be a part of them, or at least some build thereof. Yeah, no Magneton for you, ladies and gentlemen. No Magneton for you. You can play Magneton, it just doesn't have that ability anymore. This is also pretty big. There is one more. We got Fortress. I don't think people are as upset about this one. This one doesn't really see any play. But it still has an ability which KOs itself. It accelerates then 5 basic energy from your deck to your Pokemon in any way you like. Again, I don't think this one's as relevant, but I might as well mention it because some people have talked about it in the past. The Psyduck's a 5 Wossie card. It's a legitimate 5 Wossie card. And you know what the really funny thing about this is? The absolute funniest thing about this. Maybe it's actually now worth playing Paradise Resort to get free retreat on your Psyduck. Just to be clear, I don't think it's actually worth playing Paradise Resort right now. I don't think people are going to start putting Paradise Resort, but I just find it funny that Paradise Resort essentially seems to have been Pokemon's way of printing the worst stadium they could think of to try and make sure that it didn't go up in price because of competitive value. And yet, if Psyduck starts seeing a whole bunch of play, we might actually see this as an option for decks that just want to play a stadium. Again, I don't think anyone's actually going to play it. It just amuses me that we've now kind of almost got a reason for it. I adore this. Seriously, this Psyduck is broken. Golduck, nobody really cares. It's a stage 1. You can play it to get a bit more bulk, but that's not really what we're worried about. Attacks-wise, Psyduck's obviously 2 energy, 20. Golduck is 60 damage, plus 20 more for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. Even if you want to pile water energy on there, it goes up way too slowly. Nobody really cares. Also, the artwork here is stunning. And again, we've got one artist doing 2 artworks, which is basically, seeing a future version of the card. You've got Psyduck, and then in future turns into Golduck. It's awesome. Right, that card's amazing. What about Kangaskhan? Not terrible. Basic Pokemon, and it is Team Rocket's Kangaskhan. 230 HP. And for 2 colorless energy, flip 4 coins, 30 damage for each heads. The thing is, it's a basic Pokemon, and it attacks for 2 energy, and we've got Team Rocket's energy. So, this is turn 1 going second, up to 120 damage. Here's what's even better, though. Your expectation here is 60 damage. Your expectation is you flip 4 coins, you hit half of them, 60 damage. Doesn't mean you're always going to hit 60 damage, but it means your expectation is you hit 60. Well, some evolving Pokemon have 60, But especially with Buddy Buddy Poffin right now, a lot have 70. 70 is optimal right now, so you can search with Buddy Buddy Poffin. And there's a bunch of support Pokemon as well, etc. that have 70. So whack a Vitality Band on Kangaskhan. Turn 1, going second, you should hit 70 damage and get a KO. You could hit up to 130 with a Vitality Band, start getting more KOs. I really like this as a turn 1, going second, whack a Team Rocket's energy on and go. I think this is kinda cool. We've also then got free energy, 120, but if you've played a supporter card with Team Rockets in its name from your hand during this turn, you do 220 instead. Which is actually pretty good as well. Because remember, we've got things like Giovanni, which is a supporter card, which is Team Rocket. We've got stuff like your Pokemon Communication, but for Team Rocket. We've got really good Team Rocket supporter cards. We've even got an item card that searches out Team Rocket supporter cards. And then you get to do 220. You've got your first attack there where you're flipping, and then you just add an energy on your second turn and you're hitting 220. Because you're going to be using Team Rocket supporter cards a lot. I even showed you that Stadium Team Rocket's Factory, which lets you draw 2 cards if you played a Team Rocket Stadium this turn. I don't think this Kangaskhan is bad. In fact, if I'm playing a Rockets deck, I may well be putting one of these in there. This is one of the better promo EXs we've seen for a long time. Like Hops Pincurchin, I kind of like on a personal level. But I'm not surprised that I've not seen anyone playing it. This Kangaskhan is way better. I'm giving it, I don't know, between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies. That would be barbaric. It's kind of cool. But then, we always get a new trainer card as well. We've got one of those. We've got a new trainer card. And according to the lovely Antoine Boulet, this one translates out to Team Rocket's Hypno Gear. And it's a Pokemon tool that you put on your Team Rocket's Pokemon. And if it's damaged by an attack, even if KO'd, sleep. Even this is kind of good. I'm not saying busted or anything silly like that, but I am saying an item card that makes your opponent go to sleep when they attack you. That's really kind of fun. Now, of course, they attack you, go to sleep, and then it's your turn. And by the time they go back to their turn, they've had 2 coin flips. So the chance of them actually still being asleep when it gets to their turn is like 1 in 4. Most of the time, it's not going to work. But sometimes it will, and you'll win those games. Just putting that out there. Let's again give this thing 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies. That would be barbaric. I like this. This is the best promo pack I think we've ever had. Psyduck is genuinely a really good card that's going to see a whole bunch of play. I think Kangaskhan's actually legit. And then even this tool is kind of fun as well. And we're not going to get this with Destined Rivals. We're going to have to wait, and that sucks. Boo! Never mind. I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Andrew Kincaid, who's a very lovely person, been supporting for a while, can often be seen helping out at Pokemon events and just generally being awesome. So, shout-out to them for being awesome and for the support. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.